Cornelius's barouche, and Eloisa and Cornelius entered the elegant carriage. Someone had hung a wreath over the barouche, and the crowd exclaimed as the horses trotted away and led the couple to their new future together. Leonora was happy for Eloisa. Utterly happy. Still, Leonora's heart ached. Things were now different. Leonora glanced at Sabrina, but she was joyfully clapping her hands beside her betrothed. Leonora felt guilty for her sudden melancholy.
"And now for the wedding breakfast,"
Timothy declared, and marched in the direction of his townhouse. Leonora wrapped her shawl more tightly to her, lest it flutter away with the breeze, and strolled after her brother. People thronged about her, chatting merrily about the loveliness of the wedding and Eloisa.
"Your younger sister got married before you,"
a velvety voice said. Leonora turned, then scowled. It was him. Sebastian stood beside her. Worse, he was smirking. Leonora forced her features to remain placid. "I didn't think you would be here, Your Grace." He gave her a wry smile, and his dark eyebrows, the same colour as his glossy coiffure, moved downward.
"I'm at every event, Miss Holt."
"I thought you despised our family. Has that changed?" Leonora adopted her most saccharine tone.
"Naturally not."
They strode in unison toward her brother's house. She suddenly wished Timothy's house were far closer. If only someone could rescue her from the Duke. The man's masculine scent was distracting. "Oh, darling!" An alto voice Leonora could never forget interrupted her thoughts. "How lovely to see you!" "Good morning, Mamma." Leonora shot her mother a wobbly smile. Personally, Leonora would have found it lovelier if Mamma had decided not to come to the wedding. Everyone was looking at her curiously. Even if they hadn't seen the painting at Lady Richmond's townhouse, all the scandal sheets had written about it. Everyone knew Mamma had posed for a nude painting, and even though the painter in question, Julius, was famous and frequently won awards when his paintings weren't being banned, all the ton had been scandalized. Leonora and her sisters hadn't thought they would be able to marry, but somehow Eloisa had managed to win the Viscount's heart, even though everyone knew one wasn't supposed to fall in love with one's older brother's best friend. Even Leonora's youngest sister, Sabrina, had found love with an earl whom she'd long admired. Now Leonora was officially allowed to continue her season. Leonora doubted she would get a second one, and if any scandal occurred, Timothy might decide it was better to send her off to be a companion or governess to someone after all. His main concern was the reputation of his wife and unborn children. "You appear glum." Mamma took Leonora's arm and wrapped it tightly with her own, ignoring the Duke's presence beside them. Mamma's familiar scent of roses and musk wafted over Leonora. "Don't worry, you'll marry too." A few people turned toward them, their eyebrows perched at unusually high positions. "Mamma," Leonora said. Her cheeks warmed. She didn't want anyone to think she was concerned about finding a husband. Sebastian's comments had been sufficiently infuriating. "I know how hard it is for you," Mamma continued, "since you are the oldest child. No doubt you did not anticipate that your younger sisters would find love before you. You will marry, though. I know." Leonora wished Mamma's voice did not carry with so much force. If only Mamma hadn't mastered elocution. She'd been on the stage before Papa had married her, and clearly, speaking loudly was the sort of thing one never forgot. Leonora cast a nervous glance around and caught Sebastian's eyes. His lips were curled in blatant amusement. She looked away abruptly. She was not going to focus on him. It didn't matter what he thought. He already despised her. Still, she would rather he would.